Wow, yeah. I go spend some time. Sometimes people like to argue. Leader for make like leader report to make like.
All the elements combine to form a strong bond of independence. The Black Star rises again from north, east, center, and south. We converge. The rhythm changes, but the spirit remains. We are the future. We are the legacy. We are the Black Star shining over the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Dance Ensemble at the White House has a national dance company, ABB Gruma and Noyam. Please put your hands together one more time. Now she's a queen mother of, in charge of protocol at the Afro traditional area. She's a veteran actress.
He will be speaking very soon.
She's a script writer.
So if you are here, please like.
She was born a creative school, a creative, and working a creative.
Let's share the
She's indeed a creative person, a tourism person, and an arts person inside out. Member of Parliament for Ketu South, and our own Minister for Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome the Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi. Please put your hands together as he gets on stage. Thank you.
That was hilarious, wasn't it? Thank you so much. Yeah, I know I'm a short woman. Bring it down. Good? Okay. Your Excellency, thank you so much. Your Excellency, I think you need to do a little bit more for me. Sorry, please? Yeah. Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, colleague, honorable ministers and deputy ministers of state, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, colleague members of parliament, the honorable chief of staff and distinguished presidential staffers, and I single out Kandube for the amazing work we have seen on this stage today. The Secretary General of African Continental Free Trade Area, after Secretariat, Presidential Staffer for the Black Star Experience, Rex, Director, Diaspora and Affairs, KOD, the Chief Director, Directors and Staff of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, heads and staff of the agencies under the ministry, and indeed, the allied MDAs gathered here, colleague practitioners in the arts, culture and creative sector, Nime, Name, Nananum, Enuanum, Novio, members of the Great National Democratic Congress, Alazula, Malaza, Ala Kamyoto, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful evening it has been. And I want you to join me to clap for the performance that we just saw. And also for the models who stood here in the various costumes. To think that they pulled this off in 48 hours is amazing. Nitete, come and take a bow. Nitete, come and take a bow as I'm reading my speech, so we can save some time. Your Excellency, it is finally here. We are fulfilling one of the important NDC manifesto promises, and I'm so happy. For me, it is heartwarming, as it is momentous, because it is central to the cultural and creative heartbeat of this dear nation of ours, the occasion to officially launch the Black Star Experience. We cannot fail to appreciate the significance of the day and the venue for this launch, the May Day, a day to celebrate the productive and creative workers of Ghana, Africa, and the progressive world. Aiko Namashiam, Aiko Hanyefe, the venue, the iconic Black Star Square, the venue steeped in and reminiscent of history of liberation and emancipation of our country, Ghana, and the towering role played by Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, first President of the Republic of Ghana. Your Excellency, I had the opportunity at a recent event during the celebration of the Ghana Culture Day, organized jointly by the Ghana Culture Forum, the Ghana Tourism Authority, in conjunction with the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, on March 14, 2025, to observe that the world view of Kwame Nkrumah and his ideological posture was crystallized on the continental and pan-African stage in his concept and conscious project, The African Personality. This had a cultural adjunct, as the arts and culture were perceived and consciously used as a tool for asserting the identity and dignity of the Ghanaian and indeed the African. I did also indicate that we have made important strides since then, During the era of the PNDC, in the early years of the Fourth Republic, in bold infrastructure developments which saw the establishment of the National Theatre, the National Commission on Culture, the restructuring of the regional and district centers of national culture, the WEB Du Bois I take that again, the WEB Du Bois Center for Pan-Africanism and Culture, the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum or Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, the Institution of Pan-Affairs, Emancipation, and recently, the Year and Decade of Return programs, among others. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have another epoch in the making. It is being elevated before our very eyes. The leadership that is being offered by His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, and his government is setting out policies to improve the creative cultural sector with actionable plans aimed at providing an enabling environment for job and wealth creation and the improvement of livelihoods. The Black Star Experience, a strategic intervention to showcase Ghana's unique culture and heritage to the world. It is posited to enhance the transversal potential of the nation's creative and cultural essence as a veritable offering to the Ghanaian people, Africa and its diaspora, and to the world. It is pivotally designed as a stimulus that moves our creative impulses and culture from the fringes to the center of national development. It is about time, and I thank you, His Excellency, for that. Your Excellency, UNESCO observes that creativity and culture have been the common link through history, knitting together our past, present, and future, and estimates that the cultural and creative industries contribute 2,250 billion United States dollars to the global economy, which is 3% of GDP, and accounts for 29.5 million jobs worldwide, and employs more young people than any other sector. Why are we not giving it the respect that it deserves? I am a product of that sector, and I urge you all to give us a chance. Your Excellency, cultural tourism alone makes up to nearly 40% of world tourism revenues. Ghana has to be an important component of this global statistics, and we are determined to do so. We understand your vision, sir. You set up the ministry through an executive instrument in 2013. You aligned the sectors to drive tourism, and on the wings of that, we, through the support of UNESCO, were able to ratify 7 UNESCO conventions, which are yielding fruits today.
If you guys don't know Wandimaya,
Your Excellency,
that is Wandimaya.
those of us in the tourism, creative arts and culture sector are ready and committed to your agenda of contributing in making the paradigm shift. We are aware that the fundamental structures of our socio-economic continuum essentially to be dominated by external interests, but we in the sector are determined to challenge the status quo by encouraging local inventiveness, creativity, technology, and the scientific skills of our people towards the development of a truly free, independent, and integrated national economy. You don't clap. Our creative workers, our artists have been working in these trenches for decades, if not centuries. They are used to the throes of independent enterprise and striving for survival with almost nothing. Usually, we are at the bottom of the pile when the money is being shared. Bring us in the middle and see the magic we'll bring to you. Their call, thank you. Their call has been to be recognized for what they do and for leadership that provides an enabling environment for them to optimize their potential to national development. The Black Star Experience is one they will cherish. The experience, a representation of cultural, creative, media, and entertainment industries, will become a forum between the creative industry practitioners, the organizations and government. An experience and a forum that promotes productive engagement and ensures that cultural industries are central to political, economic, and social decision making. A framework of steering committee comprising the creative and cultural industries, their organizations and government is therefore essential in moving the experience forward. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts and its agencies, and indeed the creative sector players are committed to the successful realization of the objectives and actions of the Black Star Experience and its coordinating secretariat. Together, let us give meaning to the call to underline the cultural basis of our nation's development by putting our best foot forward in an innovative, multi-sectorial, and invigorating manner towards job creation and the improvement of livelihood opportunities for our people. Let's enhance African and diasporan solidarity by maximizing the potential of our engagement. The world is at our feet. We will succeed because you know you are holding the steer. And thank you very much, Your Excellency. And thank you for listening. Good evening.
One more time. The Honorable Abla Jifa Gomasi. Right, we're going to have two quick performances, starting off quickly with Lamisi. Please let's put our hands together.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You see this African woman, just bow, just bow. I'm a child of the universe. You can't touch me now, you can't touch me now. I speak with fire, turn down the lighting. I speak with fire, turn down the lighting. Hey, I speak with fire, turn down the lighting. I speak with fire. Brave woman. Brave woman. God is a woman. Brave woman. Brave Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful person is loved the world over in Ghana. Indeed, wherever he went, they welcome him with open arms. I have just one phrase to describe him: God-given. Shall we please be outstanding as we welcome the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you, thank you. Kindly be seated. When Jifa said we will succeed because the steer is in your hands, I almost said, Mama, the steer, but I realized the steer is in my hands already. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a speech here, but I'll make a few comments before I read my speech, as has become my practice nowadays. This has been a beautiful event. And I want to thank Jifa, the ministry, Rex Omar, and all those involved in the Black Star experience, because it's a multifaceted component of our whole tourism experience. Black Star experience is the overarching superdome of everything that is a component under it, and Rex Omar expatiated that very well. Today we're doing this at a historical monument. You know, in 1957 we gained independence, and in addition to the Black Star Square, which is to our right, we have this monument, which is called the Independence Arch. Now, if you're a student of history, you know what arcs represent. In the past, Alexander the Great, Otto von Bismarck, Napoleon, all of them, when they went to war and they were victorious, an arch was built to commemorate the victory that they had gained. And so when Kwame Nkrumah gained us our independence in 1957, this arch is the monument to actually memorialize our independence. And that's why when you see on top there, you see AD 1957. For those who understand Latin, AD means Anno Domino, and AD represents after Christ. So we have two ages in all our history. We have before Christ, which is called BC, and then we have AD, which is after Christ. And so Anno Domino, the year of 1957, Ghana chalked a success, and this arch was built to commemorate that success. And when it was built, Kwame Nkrumah, together with his Pan-Africanist comrades, Marcus Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois, and all of them, they envisaged the concept of the Black Star. Because in all our history, you look in the sky, you see a star shining. Because we are miles away, you can see it glitter. But when you go closer, it might not necessarily be white, it could be a different color. And so in all the commemoration of the stars in the sky, it was envisaged that Ghana, the first country to gain independence, was going to be the star of all of Black Africa, including the diaspora. And that is why Kwame Nkrumah talked about the Black Star, the African personality, and all that, to make us proud in our identity and who we were. In the last 8 years, attempts have been made to suppress the role Kwame Nkrumah played in gaining our independence. Indeed, people have said he's not the founder of our nation. Not he alone could have founded our nation. But however you try to suppress the name of Kwame Nkrumah, it has gone beyond our hands. Kwame Nkrumah is a worldwide icon, recognized by the whole world. Recently, I hosted the chairman of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, our brother from South Africa, Mosepe. And while we're sitting and talking, he said one of the things that he learned in school, and that has stayed with him since he left, he grew and became an adult, was what Kwame Nkrumah said after Ghana gained independence. And he paraphrased what Kwame Nkrumah said on our Independence Day. I mean, for a country that had become independent, and we all were enjoying and joyful that we were the first nation to become independent, his thinking went beyond Ghana. And he said that, and this is what Mosepe told me, the independence of Ghana is meaningless. It means all the joy we're having is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of the African continent. So that was Kwame Nkrumah for you. But the performances that we have seen here today, I remember as a young student growing up in Legon, we had our little drama studio. And our students in Legon, for their exams and their performances, had to choreograph a drama performance. And we, the students, used to go to the drama studio and pay to go and watch those performances. And they did very well. Beautiful African performances. All of us growing up, maybe of my age, my children here, Shahid and Farida might not have lived in that age. I remember those epic performances. The king must dance naked. and how we used to flock to go and watch it. In the chest of a woman, or was it in the bosom of a woman? Those of you who are my age, remind me if I make a mistake. In the chest of a woman. There was one called Jogolo. There was even Jakarta or something. Yeah. I mean, and that was the golden age of dramatic performances in Ghana. And I remember we used to flock to go and watch those performances. There were even the ones that were the movie. And several, icons in the movie industry, some of whom are alive, some of whom are dead. And we lived through all that era, Gallywood, Comerwood. I remember I asked that they don't show foreign films on the presidential jet anymore, and that we should watch Ghanaian movies. And no, this was when I was president before. And I'm going to give the edict again. The plane is going for service. When it comes out, ask them to change all the repertoire and put Ghanaian movies. And I watched a very interesting one between Lil Wayne and I forgot his name, our half-caste. When some armed robbers attacked him in conspiracy with his wife, and then Lil Wayne and his wife found him lying down. And the wife said, "Oh, armed robbers." And and Lil Wayne said, "Debi obroni ofi play mu neto for." And then they took him home, nursed him, and Lil Wayne was pounding fufu and said, anywhere he puts it. And then he kept putting the yam, the guy was pounding, and then he wanted to taste one of the yams, he put it in his mouth, and the guy knocked his mouth with the pounding stick. I mean, these are interesting, they are creative. And I mean, we have the talents. We all knew about Niyate, may God bless his soul, committed to dance choreography. We used to go to the National Theatre to watch the Ghana Dance Ensemble, Ghana Dance Company, Noyam, all of them. I'm happy that in all this economic crisis and all that, they still are alive and that the talent is still there. And I hear even though Niyate is gone, his son has taken over and is doing fantastic creative work. And it just lets us know that the talent is there and we must continue to nurture it. I mean, we watched the palm wine music and I asked if the king of palm wine music was still alive, our Abeiku Santana, and I hear he's alive. He's a man we must honor before he passes. Because that was a genre of music that has become a part of our musical archive and our folklore. And for people like this, we shouldn't wait till they die and go and cry at their funerals. Yes. And so wherever Abeiku Santana is, Jifa, you and your team organize some ceremony. Let's honor him. I know he's been honored in the past. Let's honor him again before God calls him. In the last month or so, we have buried two icons. One, Mahama of Wolome fame. I got to meet her not too long ago, last year, yes. She came to my office out of the blue. And we had listened to Wolome music growing up. So when she came out, I was quite excited. And we struck a very good friendship. Unfortunately, after I got to know her, it didn't take long. She fell sick. The family came to me. We did everything. We paid the medical bills, but if money could pay for her life, she'll be alive when God decides he takes what he has given us. The other who passed recently, and because I was too busy with the affairs of state, I didn't get the opportunity to at least go and pay my respects to him. Was the last of the Osibisa Tediose. Growing up, these were people who made us proud, and they carried African music and Ghanaian music to the rest of the world. And I pray that God grants him peaceful rest. But there are many people like that who have had the talent, they have performed, we've enjoyed their music in many sectors, in sports, in all the creatives, in film, in music. And today, we ask ourselves, how are their lives? Many of them are living as paupers. Even in old age, money to be able to afford the medicines, to be able to look after themselves, pay for their hospital bills, has become a problem. I've done my best from when I was president before, and even in opposition and as president again, to adapt several of them and provide them with sustenance every quarter in order that they are able to live a meaningful life. But that is what I can do as an individual. I believe that as an institution, like we tried to do in the past, we should set up an aging artist fund and be able to provide something for these people who have made us happy in the past, who we knew were talented and creative and are falling on hard times. And so that will be a part of the Black Star experience, that we create something that is able to look after some of these bright stars who gave us joy when we were growing up, and be able to at least give something back as a nation to them in their trying times. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather in front of the Independence Arc to relaunch the Black Star. That's our forebears in Nkrumah, and not only in Nkrumah, I'm supposed to wave this at some point, but you can't explain to me when I should wave it. So you hold it for the meantime. We gather before the Independence Arc to rededicate ourselves to the concept of the Black Star, and that Ghana, as the first Black African nation south of the Sahara to gain independence, we want to recapture what Ghana meant at the time to the rest of Africa. And let me tell you, it wasn't only Africa, it was the whole of the Black world. They were proud of Ghana as the first Black African nation to gain independence. And there's something that happened on the day. President Nixon, came to Ghana during the independence. He was not president at the time. But while they were jubilating at Ghana's independence, there was this black guy who was so happy and, dancing and jumping all over the place. And President Nixon asked him, how does it feel to be independent? And he says, I don't know, because I'm an American, we are not liberated yet. And at that time, blacks in America did not have the vote. Black people did not vote in elections in America. And at the time, Americans were fighting their civil rights movement to give black people the freedom in America to be considered the same as white Americans. And so Ghana became independent even before our brothers in America, the blacks, gained their civil rights. And so he says, I don't know how it is to be independent. I'm American, I'm from Alabama. That's what the guy said. But subsequently, in 1960s, the blacks in America also got the vote. And so Ghana's independence is a very pivotal event. And that's why we're drawing our inspiration for our tourism experience. We have a lot to market. We have talent, we have creative. And so we have a lot to market to make our tourism experience something that people will crave for. And so as your president, I will open the creative space. I'm going to open the door for you. And when I open that door, let nobody close it again. And we're going to do this together, all of us. And so whatever ideas you have, we're open to it. And let this be the start of the Black Star experience. And we'll hand this over from government to government to government. It doesn't matter whether it's NDC or MPP or PNC or CPP. We are all the Black Star. We're Ghanaians, and we're proud of our heritage and our culture. Now let me inflict this speech on you. Mercifully, it's not too long. I think it's just some 5 pages or so. And so I've said what was in my heart. Now, let me tell you officially what they are asking me to tell you. This evening, as I... Okay, the flag is here. It says, this evening, as I hold the flag of the Black Star experience, a symbol of our renewal, national spirit and cultural identity, I am filled with immense pride and hope. So here's the flag. Okay, you can take the flag down. Today we're not merely launching a brand, we're reclaiming our narrative and projecting to the world a bold new vision of Ghana. A Ghana that stands tall, vibrant, proud, and unstoppable. We're launching a movement, the Black Star Experience. From the rich tapestry of music, dance, choreography, and immersive digital presentations you have witnessed tonight, it should be clear that this initiative transcends tourism. It is a declaration that Ghana is the cultural and creative heartbeat of Africa. We're determined to redefine how the world sees us, and more importantly, how we see ourselves. The Black Star Experience is about restoring our pride, celebrating our heritage, and unlocking the vast potential within our cultural, creative, and tourism sectors. Ghana must be recognized not only for its historic achievements, but also for its dynamic present and limitless future. A powerful legacy has shaped our nation from the enduring kingdoms of Akwamu, Dagong, and Ashanti to the fearless Pan-Africanist leadership of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, whose vision of African unity still inspires generations. And yet for too long, we have underinvested in what makes Ghana truly exceptional. That is our culture, our creativity, our warmth, and the way of life. And that must change. And I say that from today, that will change. The Black Star Experience is our solemn pledge, one, to rebrand Ghana, and in that we'll showcase to the world the brilliance of our festivals, the rhythm of our music, the beauty of our fashion, the power of our films, the richness of our cuisine, the wisdom in our storytelling, and the unmatched warmth of our people. Two, we'll create jobs. We'll empower millions of young Ghanaians, particularly women, by unlocking opportunities in the creative and tourism industries, nurturing entrepreneurship and innovation, and creating sustainable livelihoods. And three, we'll attract investment. We'll draw in global investments and forge new pathways for inclusive growth and prosperity by positioning Ghana as Africa's premier destination for cultural tourism and creative collaboration. Let it be known that the Black Star Experience is not a one-off event. It is a 365-day celebration of Ghanaian ingenuity and excellence. And so here, we're not going to have one day where we say, today is the Black Star Experience. It's the year long. There will be different components, and I'm going to come to that. And so the creative energy of our people will radiate daily from every region and every community. Imagine the majestic rhythms of the Hobechocho Festival in Anglo, the electrifying art of the Chaliwate Festival right here near the Black Star Square, the dazzling colors of Fitu Afashe in Cape Coast, broadcast to global audiences, the Odira festivals of Ekwapim and Ashanti, Abuachiri of the people of Ifutu, Homowo of the people of Ga, and the Bogum festivals of the Dagbon people. Kente weavers, imagine Kente weavers in Bonre are celebrated as national treasures. Kumawood and Gallywood filmmakers, dazzling international screens, global musical icons recording albums in studios across Accra to Takrady. Hollywood producers choose our castles and landscapes for their blockbuster movies, partnering with the private sector to build amusement centers, water parks, and cableways, domestic tourism that takes our people to different regions every month. Imagine tourists not simply visiting Ghana, but immersing themselves in our heritage, experiencing our stories, and returning home as cultural ambassadors of Ghana. That is what we call the Black Star Experience.